Yo, you know what it is?
Poppin', big
You know
episode.
what it is?
What is this, number 23?
Yo, this isn't just it's like the Mike Jordan episode, and we might got the Mike Jordan on the show tonight. Yo, what's up, man? My name is Bishop Brigante. This is my co-defendant.
Yo, I go by Drect. I got 3 letters for y'all. GTX.
Woo!
The foundation we laid down. We got one of the biggest battles in history.
Yo, I feel like GTX, this should be the logo of GTX right here. Because it feels, hear me out, it feels like they trying to get the culture organized. It feels good.
Hey, yo, my guy can't lie. That's a dead-ass fact, you heard?
You know what I'm saying?
Doing it like we doing it when we doing it.
This might be the logo right there, you know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, there's people saying, who's Aczino? There's people saying, what's going on with this event? It's right. This weekend. I'm gonna let me get that ticker at the bottom, because if you're not on the up and up, this is where you gotta go. GTXbattles.com. Log on now to get your tickets or your pay-per-view. They might be sold out. I'm not sure. But I'm putting it on the screen for you to at least get the pay-per-view. Direct. This weekend is huge.
Yeah, I think it just hit me this week. You know what I'm saying?
Could this be bigger than Oxy?
It could be.
Can this be bigger than cannabis?
It could be.
Can this be the biggest battle in battle rap history?
It actually could be, because you got to think, when Diz battle Oxy, what's the first thing people said when they dropped that?
This shit's crazy.
Everybody said, "Who's Oxy?"
They said, "Who's Oxy?"
And they saw his following and went crazy.
Bro, it was nuts. I remember it like it was yesterday. Right. Shout out to Ruin Your Day. What's up? I don't know if that's Avo. I don't know if that's, that could be Clayton. I don't know who it is, but shout out to them. You know what I mean? They're filming this weekend, I believe. And I got to say, the trailers have been crazy. That's what Avocado does. You know what I'm saying? He does that. But I remember, so back to the Oxy thing. I remember how crazy it was if anybody tweeted Oxy and he retweeted them, and how it just went, watching the numbers go, he might have retweeted something I said, and it was just like, so many people from Russia were going crazy, retweeting shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, look,
because of him,
the whole Russia. Now he about to turn up the whole Mexico.
But exactly. So now we got the exact same thing, only perhaps bigger because he's actually a battle rapper in that, you know what I mean? In that space. And this is the first time now we're getting one round in Spanish, one round in English, one round mix up. This is changing the game again, bro. This is innovation. This is something that has not been done.
And I want to say I'll give him his flowers while he's on here, but you got to realize that there's a lot of battle rappers with a lot of views, but not everybody has an international brand. Not everybody has gone to as many countries as his brother. Not everybody has battled in as many languages as this brother. Not everybody has battled as many celebrities as this brother. Not everybody has battled as much as this brother in general. He brought Drake out. He brought Megan Good out. You want to just bring him on?
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been living under a rock, that rock probably stinks and you should get out from under it. This is one of battle raps. Wherever you are on the planet, this is got to be one of your GOATs, if not the GOAT of battle rap. He's literally destroyed some of your favorites. He's been through hell and back and fire and brimstone, and he brought back Satan's pitchfork with him. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. None other than... Yo, West. And we can't hear you at all.
Thanks for the intro, man. That was pretty cold.
Yo,
the same pitchfork and all that.
I'm just trying to make you feel comfortable, like Lush might be here. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was a Lush intro, man. I like it.
Yo, Diz, look. So you know how we got like gray hoodie Lux. You know what I'm saying? They got ski masks. Like,
yo, we gotta decide which one's what's Diz.
I was about to say.
You know what? I've changed so much over the years. There's like bald, dumbfounded Diz. There's like fat, spiky hair Diz. There's like ponytail, wearing all funeral clothes in Lebanon Diz. Fucking.
Yo, but we got
Mickey Diz. Fucking. You know what I'm saying? Diz, Dizaster. Fuking. I got like 20 characters, bro.
I was right there for that one. That shit was insane. You know what? Hold on. Motherfuckers don't even really give you credit for that. They don't give you enough credit for that moment. I think, doesn't love that shit? He must love that shit, bro. You went insane as another person and had zero, listen.
It was crazy, like freestyling.
Zero prep.
It was crazy freestyling all of it, not being ready. And like, I was like, man, this fool didn't show up to his battle. All these people wanted to see this shit. I was like, man, I'm just going to fucking show up as him for this battle. And I had a battle. Like, how I do that in the same weekend was the craziest part, is that I'm battling dumbfounded. And then I'm like, nah, fuck this. This guy didn't show up. I'm going to replace him. Like, look how much of a lunatic I am. Like, I don't even know what I was thinking, bro, to be honest with you. I'm in a different space now. But I did it at the time.
It's just, I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember all of us in the limo, and you were just sitting there fully dressed up. And you were like, I'm just going to do it, bro. And you fucking did it. I couldn't believe it. You executed that shit perfectly.
This is definitely, I look forward to seeing Diz with the Miggity Mac braids rapping in Spanish. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be some shit. You guys were talking about, like, I want to remark on on the possibility of it being bigger or the biggest battle in the world. It's a really good question, because obviously, a lot of times we don't know what's going to happen with these battles. You know what I'm saying? Going into the Oxy battle, I knew he was the most viewed dude in the world at the time. And I was like, he got like some other battle with like 40 million views on it or something. And I'm thinking, like, this is like really crazy. Will we do 40 or 50 million? But the thing is that he has a predominantly Russian audience that doesn't speak English, bro. The Russian culture and American culture are counterpart cultures. It's not like Mexico, bro. Mexico is our culture too, bro. Especially being from California, like, you know what I'm saying? This is Mexico to us. You know what I mean? This used to be Mexico. It's still it is to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people here, like, this is the culture. So it's different than having like you know, a culture from like a completely counterculture that, you know what I'm saying, doesn't speak the language. There is no affinity like that, like culturally, and on top of that, linguistically, there isn't. But with English and Spanish, there is. On top of that, being the Latino influence in hip hop and just in the culture, it leaks into battle rap. And when you look at the battle rap thing, the fact that he's gonna rap in English when his crowd doesn't listen to English, and I'm a rap in Spanish when my crowd doesn't listen to Spanish, is gonna be what causes the crossover. There's another thing people are not paying attention to is Aczino is not listed on Verse Tracker like that, and I don't know why, but his verse tracker shit's not up there, so you haven't really seen him like that when you look at the battlers. But he might be the most viewed battler of all time, to be honest with you. He has two different battles with like 50, 60 million views on them. Now, granted, me and Oxy got we capped out at 15 million views, around 15 million. I think that's a lot for something that's not. There's no bridge crossing. Like, I spit some Russian words, but that was really it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come and he spit some Russian shit, but he didn't rap in Russian. So
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, what do you like? How do you feel your prep going into this? I mean, obviously because
hold on real quick, Bishop. Before Diz does that, we got to kind of start from the beginning and have him explain who Aczino is for everybody, because
and that's another thing I was going to get to. Yes, Drect. That's another thing I was going to get to is part of the reason why this is different from Oxy is Oxy is a mainstream rapper that has battled a couple of times. Like, he battled like 4 or 5 times before I battled him, and he has about a 4 or 5 year career. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's longer, but when I battled him, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So when I battled him, he had about a 4-year career. Aczino has about a 14, 15-year career and is a vet and is literally the Dizaster in Spanish. He's a freestyle champion. He's a fucking, like, the dude is just absolutely relentless with just destroying people. I looked at his whole trajectory and how he had a 2-on-2 thing going. He's done the 2-on-2 things like us. Like, their world is completely like a spin off the WRCs in the Rap Olympics. And he's able to translate that and actually write too. So he's been spitting written shit. So he's not just a freestyler. He knows how to write. And also just, you know, having help, obviously, with the English, he's going to have somebody help him. He's not going to obviously do it by himself. We're both rapping in languages where we need help. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know the language fully. So we both have people that are going to fucking, you know, keep us on our toes and tell us what's going on in our respective communities. But I think, like, the main thing about it is that he is like a very respected battler with a very long history, and he's a veteran with such a long history that all these people have been around, bro. And I try to say this about, like, our popularity can't be quantified by looking at subscribers and YouTube views, because we've been around for so long and so many people know us that they pop up out of the woodwork when something legendary happens. So I can't show you that I have 5 million subscribers, but bro, if the right thing happens, 5 million people are gonna pop out and see it. And that's kind of what's gonna fucking happen here. In this scenario, it's just also dependent on how good we do. If we actually do good, I mean, this battle is definitely gonna. This battle has a most likely chance to exceed all numbers done on U.S. soil, which the number one was me and Oxy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most viewed one on U.S. soil. I think this one has like a 80 to 90% chance to exceed that 15 million. You know what I mean?
And just to put it in perspective for everybody out there right now, Oxy has 2.2 million followers on Instagram.
Right.
Aczino has 3.9 million followers on Instagram. Put that into perspective real quick.
I mean, you could already tell, like, and the thing is that it's battle fans, bro. It's so different than Oxy. Oxy had, like, it was really hard getting to those fans, but they were dope, like, at the end of the day, but they're just not tuned in like these guys. Like, these guys, they're, like, into barras, you know, bars. Like, the fuck? Like, it's the same shit. Like, it's the same shit. It's literally our culture in a different language.
What makes you take these challenges where other battlers might be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. It's too risky. Like what's the mentality?
I mean, like, first of all, you have to know that, like, these guys like Aczino, Looney from the Philippines, and Oxy, who are literally the 3 biggest fucking battlers in the world outside of America. You know what I'm saying? In their countries, they're huge. They felt like they had to battle me to complete their legacy. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just because of the work I've put in my whole life and who I've been, and I've been that international dude. And I think this is a testament to why, you know, community cult talk doesn't have real currency in real life. They ignore all the shit that I did worldwide, and they think they could just ignore it. And just by ignoring it, that's enough to where, yeah, you could put me in a box. This type of shit's gonna pop up, and you guys are gonna be like, okay, where you're not going to know how this happened. You're going to think it's happening because of some reason, but there is no other reason besides the fact that I'm that dude that really gave my life to that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what comes my way. You know what I mean? It's not even on some like, yeah, I do pursue the shit. I'm the one closing these deals. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one going in, closing these deals. I'm making these battles happen because I know how to facilitate something for the best, like, you know, so it's the best for both of us. I'm not I don't go into shit selfishly, you know what I mean? I make sure that the person I'm battling with, we handle our business as real businessmen. Once I get in the ring with you, I'm gonna rip your head off. But outside the ring, we helping each other. That's the real shit.
Yo, that's interesting. That's interesting because when we talk to battlers on our show and stuff, a lot of times I ask them, you know, what's your legacy list? You know what I mean? And we try to figure out, you know, who these guys want to battle to kind of round out their legacy. And yet here you are once again, completely thinking outside of the box. And now you have a guy that you're. What's weird about it is he's got such an incredible following, such an incredible resume, yet still in our culture, in our side of the world, it's like so many people are still like, who is this guy? So you're completely thinking outside of the box. Yo, your mic muted.
Now we can't hear you.
What happened there? Just log out and log back in. You'll be good. That's weird. Yeah, let's bring him out and then bring him back in. Yo. It's crazy though because he literally when he's thinking about his legacy battles, they're not the usual suspect that everybody says.
Yeah, I think people when people think about battle rap, they think about, oh, this battle was dope, that battle was dope, right? They're not really paying attention to who's pushing the limits, and I think that's why Diz is great for the culture because he brings something to the game that no other battler is doing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are.
All right, so what was the last thing I was saying? Fuck, I can't even remember.
The last thing I was saying was that, you know, your trajectory when you're thinking about your legacy matches aren't like what normally people say. Normally it's the Mooks, it's the Lux, it's the, you know what I mean? And here you are finding the biggest battle rappers in different countries all around the world.
Yeah, I think it's also because I don't do it for the wrong purposes. I'm not doing this because I want views or because to make the biggest battle or to make the company the most money or anything like that.
Right.
The battle's being done because of the historic importance of it. It's because the brand that I want projected to the world is this real hip hop. The hip hop expanded the way it did and blew up because whatever country has poverty or struggle in it around the world, they find hip hop at some point. We found hip hop in Lebanon. I found hip hop under fucking shell fire. You know what I'm saying? From another country in a fucking war. That's how I started writing bars. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like this around the world. In America, we don't give importance to that as much as we should because that's what made hip hop so special. Is that people around the world can relate to this black art form and this struggle that has happened over here on this soil that created this pain and this voice that was the only way to answer to shit. And literally you see kids in Palestine doing it, you know. It's like everywhere, like, you know what I mean? Wherever you see it, you see them in the Philippines, you see them in whatever country there's rubble, bro. All through any country, there's a war zone. You see hip hop developing. And, you know, it's not just that, it's even further than that. But my point is like, this is something, it's a cultural thing to bring everyone back home and show them where the roots are. It's one thing to have all these cultures flourishing and then to ignore them and say these are not part of our culture and we the real culture, but then ignore them and let them flourish. But that's counterproductive. You're supposed to grab them all. If you're really the culture, you're supposed to grab them all and bring them to the roots of the shit instead of letting them float around being culture vultures or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not following the roots of the shit, putting on the wrong shit. Like, we could stabilize the shit and create a real bridge where it all becomes really official. And that's the whole fucking point. You know what I'm saying? I've been thinking about this battle for a while, you know, just like the Oxy one, just like the Looney one, when the Thriller in Manila that we did in the Philippines, you know, that was on the same stage Muhammad Ali and Fraser fought, which was just legendary as fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, this here is another thing, bro. Like, my whole life, it's hard for me to get motivated to battle, and that's why I feel like I'm doing these things too, also, so I could keep everyone entertained, so they don't have to be mad at my performances, because I can't keep giving people excuses, dog. It's hard for me to get motivated to battle locally or just against somebody to battle somebody. I've done that. I've bodied over. I have 120 battles online, and I have really 500 battles. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows how many I've done. And I've just done so many at this point in my life that I can't get motivated. I try for motherfuckers. I try for the fans really hard, bro, and I end up failing. You know what I'm saying? Battling like even when I was in the KOTD season thing, like just pushing myself, dragging through it. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed some of the battles, but for the most part, it was just the motivation was just so hard to find. You know what I'm saying? Even the money wasn't shit, because at the time URL was offering me a contract for the same amount of money. You know what I'm saying? As the prize for one battle. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like it was something to do with the money. Like, I could have easily said fuck all that and took that shit. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, you know, being excited and happy about battles and being in a good space is really important. And I want to segue into this, why I think this is going to be successful. And Drect, we're all gonna be there, bro. And I was just thinking, I just ordered the banners, you know what I'm saying? And the banners are gonna be up there. It's gonna be the GTX and the Grind Time logo, and it's just gonna be Delmon Crew and you right there. And just I'm just thinking about just the feeling and the fucking people and what we're bringing back, bro.
Right.
It's if you keep everyone around you happy, I could ensure that I have a good performance, because if everyone around me is happy and I can make sure they're all happy, that energy will just carry into the battle. But if I'm part of a company that I have no control over how people are going to feel, then it's going to be hard for me every time to be at my best when everyone around me is going through shit and things. I have to make sure being in control is allowing us to take care of our people and make sure that everybody is on point as fuck. Therefore, I have that energy to do what I want to do, and I don't have to think about stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And having the team that I have is literally the biggest blessing out of this shit. You know what I mean? And, you know, I definitely couldn't have did it by myself. And shouts out to fucking, you know what I was going to say right now? Shouts out to Briggs and fucking Bison Briggs and fucking, you know, premier rap battles in England, because he battles and organizes events. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask you.
He's a beast with that.
So going from being one of the GOATs, just completely dominating battle rap for such a long time, and now taking a break, coming back, we got GTX. How does it feel to now be in a position where you're actually handling the event, handling the battlers, and you've got the headline matchup on the card? Is it different now when it comes to preparation for your battle?
I think, yeah, but because I've had such a strong team with me, they've allowed me to be able to work on my shit. You know what I mean? It's just there's unexpected things and things get a little stressful, but we've been handling shit crazy, bro. This shit been running like a fucking machine. You guys already fucking know it's good. You know, I'm literally extremely happy with everything right now, and I just feel like we've been wanting this forever, man. Just having full artistic and creative control, bro. It's a really important thing, man. And the way I see how I want to just present some of my shit and how I want to come out to the world, I've always wanted to do so much stuff, and all people have seen from me is 50% of it. You know what I mean? Me working at the capacity that I could while making everyone else around me happy. And somehow explaining to the people that I'm working with all the time to see my vision when I get it. Like, nobody's going to see your vision, man. Like, it's that one thing that everybody talks about. Like, people are going to tell you your ideas are whack. People are going to be like, nah, I don't think that works, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I dealt with for most of my shit. When I'm just pitching like crazy ideas and I'm hearing, I don't think that's going to work. And then I'm seeing the ideas work later on. You see how mad I get about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've been right about everything. Like, so for me, and not to sound cocky, like, because I have made mistakes, but I just feel like, you know, I seen Snoop reacquire Death Row, and it was at the same time we were doing all this shit. And I was just like, damn. I just feel like it's just a fucking wave, bro.
It's like a sign. It's like a sign.
It's like a wave. It's like a wave of just, you know, like, we worked really hard on this shit. Like, I remember when Drect hit me up, he's like, man, we about to fucking launch this shit, man. And like, it's like the same shit we're doing now. And he's like, man, I want to call this shit Grind Time. Like, what do you think, dog? Like, should we do it? And I'm like, Grind Time? I was like, yeah. Fuck with that. He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, man. And then I'll call you back. Like, like, it was just like fucking like thinking back on all that and like where we're at right now.
Yo, you know, I was watching. Complex has this sneaker show on their channel with like Trinidad James and shit, and they had Nims on there. They brought him on as like the celebrity guest, and I saw him like hosting Chris Brown's basketball tournament.
But he didn't even get that shit off Battle Rap. He did that shit with the Bing Bong thing.
Yo, no, I know, but I'm saying like I was sitting there watching that shit, and I remember Nims always tells me in the beginning. A lot of people don't know this, but I was trying to make Grind Time a magazine before it was a battle league.
For real?
It was a radio show. And it was
Nims was trying to do that?
Nah, but Nims was one of the first people I reached out to that actually responded. And he was like, yeah. So every time I see him, he's always like, yeah. He was always like, yo, I remember when Grind Time was a magazine. And I sit back and I look at like Dumbfounded being on Power. I look at Diz being in a fucking movie as an actor. And I look at Rome with what he's doing with
it's crazy how shit like
and I'm just like, damn, bro. Like Conceit is about to host Yo MTV Raps.
Man, Conceit is doing amazing, bro. Like, it's crazy.
And I was like, yo, but bro, like we collectively did this. Like this is our contribution to the world, into hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if somebody else is going to do it again, of course it's gonna be us. You know what I mean? Because I look at battle rap now and I'm like, yo, everybody's doing the same shit. Hip hop is a copycat sport. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just wants to throw the same type of battles, same type of events.
I feel like a lot of these battles are needed though. Like, even when I look at like URL, like all that is like the beauty in battle rap. There were so many different elements to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the street element was always there. You know what I'm saying? We came from a different element though. And like, people need to understand that we branched off from the Super Nat, from the Juice, from the KRS-One idea. We went into that world, into Source, Ilmac, No Can Do, and all of them. Like, it was that gradual thing that went to the fucking acapella and brought us where we're at today. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, it's just a really crazy thing because like I feel like there's that style, there's this style, everything like brings something. You know, King of the Dot. Like I believe like the best thing for KOTD right now, where they could help the most with the scene, is if they develop a crazy roster in Canada so we have people to battle in the future. You know what I'm saying? And we could start doing the crossover thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Canada needs to have a real fucking like KOTD should go back to Canada and do their shit, and then URL does all the street shit, the East Coast shit, like all that, like even like whatever, like URL could be wherever they want, just like GTX. But I'm saying all these styles are different and they could coexist. If they don't coexist, it's because of personal fucking reasons, which at some point people are going to have to get over them. And you got RBE, not to leave them out of this shit, because they're their own, they're a different brand. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different brand. And I feel like all these are just different brands, and GTX just fits in its own way in a place because it's always, but we're a forefather fucking league. Like, GTX is really the resurrection of Grind Time. You know what I'm saying? And like, Grind Time and Smack are really the fucking forefathers of this shit. Not even URL. It goes Smack and Grind Time. You know what I mean? And that's how you look at it. Like, everything else should fall under it. You know what I mean? Everything else is like its own other thing, but like we're basically like coming back to reinstate a real era and a real cloth, and it's already happening in the fucking DMs and the emails. Like, it's a wave that's unstoppable. It's oh
Yo,
my
that's
god.
crazy. You see that?
Damn.
Yo.
Man. Yeah, man. That's
Hold on, wait for it to focus in.
That was at Grizzlemania.
That's
Grizzlemania
crazy.
2 in Miami. What was that, like 2010?
Bro, look at you. You look like you look like iRobot.
Look at you.
Bitch
You
don't
look
look
like
like
Oh,
iRobot,
shit.
you look like you're trying to kill all the iRobots.
Nah, I just look like an off-brand essay right here. Like, what's up? You definitely look like iRobot, cuz.
Yo,
Fucking Macy's mannequin-looking ass motherfucker.
yo, Diz, to piggyback off what you just said, a lot of people don't know this shit, right? So there was a time where I was talking to Chico and Beasley, and we were trying to do Grind Time versus Smack. Grind Time versus URL.
Bro, that's
We started making up matchups and stuff. And you know what's funny is I always look at battle rap. I'm like, yo, the roster is so shared, and a lot of these leagues don't have. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't have enough people unique to their roster to even try to do something like that. And I think a lot of times, how big would it be to do a league, like a real organized league versus league battle, to show people?
Bro, listen, Drect, man, we gonna do this, bro. We gonna do this. Yeah, yo, you onto something. Look, man, you know how we gonna start it, because Smack will probably not want to do it, because I understand how Smack feels, and in the general thing, they put in a lot of work and built their shit, and they might not want to share that with people. They feel that way about their brand, right? So you gotta provide something or push your way up. You know what I'm saying?
Of course,
and that's cool. So we don't gotta battle URL, but we could do like a GTX versus RBE to start off. You know what I'm saying? Now that shit would be fire, and that would garner enough attention to where then, when you see the result from it, other leagues might want to do it.
yeah. I mean, yo, we got to be careful with the ideas we put out there, because motherfuckers will try to flip and remix it immediately.
Well, yeah, you're right about that, but you know what? At the end of the day, man, you know what I realized about that? We've been jacked for a lot of our ideas in this culture, but you know what I realized? We never go away. The thing is, when you take ideas from the source, it's like, okay, it's like grabbing a shell and then you don't know what to do with it. You got this little shell and you're like, I got the idea. But like, you never even had the vision and the whole thing to do this. So I don't care when people jack shit, because like, even I've seen a couple people jack a couple ideas that I'm going to be putting out soon, but it's just like a couple of things that I'm going to do. It's just going to be so fucking different, and you just don't have the complete vision to it. So, you know, I really do believe we're always going to be the source of the shit, and you know, we'll put some shit together. We'll put it in motion right after this shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure out something, and I think that's a good idea. It's almost like we just brainstormed. We had a session live in front of the fans right now, and that's another thing.
Right.
Maybe like all battles and the way things are set up shouldn't be like that. We want to do a card, and we're going to do this really soon, where we're going to involve the fans completely. And we're going to have the fans like literally almost decide who these fucking matchups are going to be. Literally like that. Instead of us being like, oh, well, we should book this guy. We're going to let fans have a fucking event. Like that's never happened, to where the fans actually book an event. So like we're going to involve people like that, and we're just going to do different shit, and we're going to get to it right away. So if motherfuckers want to take
a lot of
ill ideas, look stupid. They're going to look stupid.
We have a lot of ill ideas, a lot of dope marketing, and I think like the dopest part for me is to see like how we're able to rebrand some of these older characters and how we're able to bring new talent into the game. Like that's what I look forward to the most.
Yo, let's go over the card.
The card is fucking crazy. So besides my battle, we got Geechee and QP just going down it. You know what I mean?
Kitchen Queen. Let's call we talking about bringing people back. They talking about QP.
Kitchen Queen. Let's call him Kitchen Queen, because that's what he wants to be referred to as. That battle is going to be crazy as fuck. I think it's amazing, just, you know, to have Geechee on the card, period, right now, just at the height of his career, and just he's done so much in the past like 3 years. Just having his energy, man, and just the support unit he brings around, and the environment that Geechee creates is just so, it's so perfect for this event. He fits so perfect. He's going to shine really crazy, and I think because he's like that, someone like Kitchen, we're going to get the best version of him ever. Like,
yeah, I feel like Kitchen is like,
he's going to be amazing. I know.
He's going to be amazing. He's going to have that, I think a certain intensity that not a lot of people can match with Geechee Gotti.
And to be real with you, like he's funnier than Geechee. You know what I'm saying? So like, Geechee's funny too, but like,
I saw Clean at the.
Clean is funny, bro.
I saw Clean at the first Midnight Madness, and he told me he was already ready.
He is because here's the thing. Remember what I was telling you about getting motivated to battle.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? You got someone like Kitchen who's been around so long, he fucking changed his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is somebody who's been around for so long. You got to give him something to be motivated about. You can't keep offering this guy fucking Joe Schmo all clean. When you get this guy, we're going to give you this. Like, he's already showed that he could provide entertainment that's elite. Why are you rehashing him and cycling him in the same fucking bum-ass fucking categories when he clearly deserves to have a matchup of this? It's a main event. It's a headliner. You know what I'm saying? There's that. So I'm excited about that. Then there's Verb and Pass, man. I really like. I don't
that
even know.
That might be
the battle of the night.
That has potential.
Battle of the night.
Battle of the night. Battle of the year. I feel like
battle of the year too. You right, Bishop. You right. I'm not even going to play it like that.
So Diz, let me ask you this, right? I think that when we talk about, see, the dope thing about Diz is that when he's a part of events like this, like he'll reach out to everybody, and make sure everybody's as motivated as he is. Right? We see Pass just coming off the tournament. What was that talk like with Averb?
Well, what talk? Like about the battle?
About the battle, motivation.
Averb is like super ready, man. Like I just messaged him too and told him how much I appreciate him and his energy, and just Averb's such a legendary dude. You see what he's done in the past like 2 years, and he absolutely like fought through a lot of adversity and just people just being against him. And Verb is the type of guy you never want to count out for shit. You never want to sleep on Verb. He's a human being. He might not have a best performance every once in the blue moon, but so do I, and so do the best of them. But like Verb right now in the state that he's in, he's just really reliable as far as his energy and where his mind's at, and just something fresh for him, bro. He belongs. Like when he came and battled Marv, in Battle of the Bay on Grind Time.
Oh, yo, that's one of the greatest battles of all time.
We just felt like he was family, like already from the first time. Like we still, like we count, like a lot of things. A lot of people don't know this, but like the people on the card, they've been chosen strategically. If you look, a lot of them have been on Grind Time at least once. You know what I mean? Even down to Chef Trez, which we're gonna get into in a little bit. But you look at Verb, like he's already been on the platform. You know what I mean? And that's another thing, that anybody that's been on Grind Time gets an automatic qualification into gets a shot, but not on the main card. But if you have that, you automatically qualify to go through to the Death Coast GTX Academy. You know what I'm saying? So like having one GT battle already qualifies you. Like you're already, and then how good you are at the time qualifies you to be on what card you are. So Verb happens to be a legendary dude that has got his start around us. It was one of his early days. He came down to the Bay in like 2009. You know what I mean? So that's going to be crazy. And then passes on one, man. Like I feel like he has a lot like to get off his chest just from the recent way he feels. You could tell he feels a certain way about the tournament. You know what I mean? And he wrapped his ass off, man. And to be real with you, like throughout the whole tournament, I was thinking in my head, like, damn, Pass really, because I'm very critical of people, man. That's why I don't go on fucking watch anymore. Because when I hear one bar I've heard before, I'm like, fuck this whole verse. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm critical on people. So I'm like listening to Pass, and I'm just trying to find something on him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like listening to him, and I'm like, where am I gonna cut into his shit right here, and just in my brain just be like, all right, well that's amateur, and I just couldn't find it. I couldn't, bro. Like it
was all high level. High level.
Rapping so crazy, I couldn't find a flaw in a single fucking verse of his. Like I was just looking through all the shit, the flow. He didn't even stumble once or lose pace or just everything was organized. He had punches in all the same reoccurring patterns. Like it was just, I was trying to dissect it from every fucking Predator style fucking way you could imagine, bro. I was like breaking him down like a computer, and it just wasn't working. So I realized like at that point, like he's going to win the whole tournament. Now he didn't win the tournament, but that just makes me think that we're going to get the residue of that. Like the after, like, bro,
This is
I just know
definitely
Pass is gonna fucking snap.
a battle for rappers and people who understand rap on a completely different level. The way these guys flip their words, the linguistics, and the way they chop up the English language is something
And
that I
Pass,
feel
you
like,
know, with Pass, it's more like the tempo, man, and just how he swings from word to word.
right.
Like he'll swing into a different, like, it's just his tempo in his pocket. It's just his own shit. And this is what we really want to bring back, is encouraging people to do that. Imagine if Pass did what these other motherfuckers did and just started doing like the whole when I walk up and just starts doing all that shit. Like, imagine if Pass was somehow convinced to go that route. A lot of fucking people were, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to add some of it in there, but when you change your whole style up and you're no longer the person that we liked you for, it's a problem. And, you know, Pass is able to preserve that. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, real quick, Diz. I just thought of something. Now, me and Bishop usually do our predictions and argue about them. Yo, Bishop, as Dizaster goes down the list, man, we gonna put in our bets. What we gonna do?
$50 a match.
Like
I'm staying out of this one, but you guys could.
Hey, $50 a match.
Geechee and Clean, who you got?
I get to pick first.
Yeah, you pick first.
Hey, my view.
It's a home game. I got Geechee 2-1.
I'll say 2-1 also. Okay.
We're not doing $50 bets. Okay, the ones we don't agree on, we doing $50 bets.
All right, Verb and Pass.
I got Pass because of the residue.
Word?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what? Listen, I'll say why. Because I think Verb is high level. I just think that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I just think that there was when the finals was done, right? When the finals was done, like, see how Diz be talking about? He'd be like breaking down these battles and shit.
Yeah.
I be paying attention to people's body language and like the way they look. And I saw one look at Pass Wade, and I said, "Oh boy, whoever's next is in trouble." I saw a look in his eye, like, "Yo."
It's still a verb though.
It is a verb, but I'm gonna
really truly feel like it's almost impossible to tell anyway anything.
Well, that's what I said. I said it could be battle of the night, battle of the year. It could be a show stealer. I'm going with Pass though because of the residue. Who you got? Who you got, Drect?
Well, see, this is why I asked Diz how motivated Verb was when he talked to him, right? Because I feel like on this card is a little bit different.
I feel like Verb started writing early. That's how motivated he was. Like, he was already doing shit. Like, the first week, he was sending messages saying like Pass was gonna die and shit like that.
They complement each other so well. You know, for the purpose of the show, I'll go ahead and take a Verb.
Nice.
Right? Mark that down.
But then there's the other.
All right, what else battles we have?
Next battle.
Big T and Mac Myron.
Yes.
Mac Myron 3-0. Mac Myron 3-0.
Yo, Mac Myron.
Big T better fucking pull up, bro.
That's another thing. So here's my opinion on this one. Mac has obviously been gassing. If you want to go based on previous performances, it seems like a good guess to say that Mac would take it. But here's the thing. Big T keeps getting put in scenarios where it's just, man, we really know how to do this shit, bro. Big T's about to be a problem in this fucking scenario.
For sure.
I promise you. It's not.
For sure.
If Mac thinks he's going to do what he usually does to people, he's not going to do that to Big T because it's going to be like a mirror match. And there is going to be, I definitely
look at Bishop's face. Look at Bishop's face.
The thing is about T is like, he's been getting played for too long. He hasn't had a good plate like this.
Right.
Also, this crowd is not going to treat him how that other crowd treats him, bro. This crowd really likes him and wants to hear him rap, bro.
Hey, listen, I love Big T. I think he's incredible. He's a fucking legend. He's going to have a long night with Myron, bro.
I mean, Mac has been on one. Mac has been on one, bro. I get it. But at the end of the day, you know, these battle rappers were very weird creatures, man. If you
look at that comment.
If you put us in a wrong environment, if you put us in the wrong environment, we just don't flourish the way we're supposed to, man. It's just how it is, bro.
No, I agree with you. A Dizaster, you have a point, and I think we're all working to make sure everybody's comfortable because we don't want no trash battles if someone didn't want to do it or they had something going on that month. But I will say this: when Big T battled Lou Castro at Midnight Madness, that first round was crazy. Like elite vintage Big T. If we can get that,
yeah, man,
yeah,
it can easily happen.
But I'm gonna take Mac Myron because I believe that Mac Myron.
Y'all both voting my boy T out of this, man. I don't like this.
I feel like Mac. I feel like Mac is battle rap's next superstar.
Hey, listen, listen. I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Hey, and he deserves a special award. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna make something happen somehow for Mac, for the promotion he does, for the way he markets battles.
Hold on. Let me keep it 1,000, bro.
He needs
Mac Myron. Listen, Mac Myron is not the I need to rejuvenate my career battler, bro. Big T is better be on his motherfucking shit, bro. Boop, bop, all that shit, bro.
Someone. You can tell all that really shit. Close with someone.
Yo,
he's like, yeah, man, and then like he just slips it in at the end. We coming for you, Big T.
Yo,
Yaktown, what up?
Yo, look, this next battle is probably.
I'm good in the yak.
Besides seeing how Diz and Aczino handle battling in different languages, I think my most anticipated moment is seeing this Chef Trez versus Saint battle. And although nobody wants to lose like a title match, I think that Saint is in the same position as Pass as to where he got to have a chip on his shoulder after that Real Deal battle. And I think Chef Trez just got crazy.
Fact.
We all know Chef Trez is another one of them dudes that's a star. But
cheat code. He's got the cheat code.
But hold on.
Right positions.
Yes, but there's no but. I'm adding to this.
Right.
Chef Trez again, another guy that keeps battling in the wrong environment.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
When we bring Trez down to this bitch, when he gets in front of people that really appreciate improvising, fluidity,
right,
being able to put together shit on the spot, he's gonna have a serious advantage in this battle if Saint doesn't do the same shit. Like if Trez starts grind timing, we're gonna have a fucking problem.
Yo,
he starts going off like, because it's the environment for him, dog. The fans gonna react to all of it.
Yo, Drect, who you got?
I'm gonna take Chef Trez 2-1.
Same.
Trez
got the cheat code, bro.
Yo, Twiz. Yo, look at this.
Saint's hungrier than Trez.
I want to let you know that when we did the tournament last year, I was the one who kind of ushered Chef Trez onto it, and I was sad that he kind of dropped out before he got a chance to go against Diz, because that's the way that the.
I remember we was talking about this too. I was like, man, if I run into Trez in this tournament, he's going to be the biggest problem. When him and Sharon were in it, that's what I was thinking. I was like, Sharon and Trez, they're the ones I got to worry about in this tournament. Because they're both amazing freestylers too. I don't have that same advantage I have on them that I have on other people. You know what I mean?
Right. Ooh. So I'll go with Chef Trez, but I think that Saint is like he's like when he battled Diz, when he battled Saya, Family Man, like he was going crazy.
I'm actually gonna take Saint, man, because I think I'm gonna take Saint. I'll tell you why.
I mean, I wouldn't sleep on him either, bro.
This is what I'm gonna tell you is that I've seen him persevere. I've seen him lose when he clearly had fucking bar of the night. I've seen him fucking win tournaments. I've seen it. Listen, I believe that Saint has something about him that separates him from everybody else, and that's drive and the desire to want to win.
I would just say that.
And I think for this battle, I think Saint knows what he's getting into, and I think he's gonna. This might be an upset. I'm giving it to Saint 2-1 in an upset.
Nice.
I think this next battle.
You never know, man. You never know. That's why these battles were put together, man. That's such a fucking good battle. It's so hard. In a weird way, even though they're not similar, they are. I don't know what it is. It's their energy or just
it's the drive. It's the drive.
It's the dreads and the age, man.
It's probably the dreads. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but like it's still they got like different dreads. But like you're right. You're right. I guess it's just dreads.
Like, got the John Moran
they
dreads.
seem similar to me. Like they have like similar
Same
like
the Fuji's dreads.
I like the whole thing, like aesthetically and everything, like verbally, energy wise, the whole thing matches up. I feel.
What's the next match?
Homsie versus Fate, which I think
man,
that might be the hardest one to call.
I love this matchup.
That might be the hardest one to call because that dude Homsie is great.
He's fucking nuts.
And let me tell you something about Homsie. The reason I like him is because, of course, a lot of people have called me a conspiracy theorist and all this shit over the years. And it's just not that. It's just I have a really gigantic fucking database in my brain, and I can store a lot of shit in it. And I just know a lot of fucking things, so I could have really long conversations.
Why did you start talking so slow all of a sudden? It's like they just.
I can have really long conversations with people if they're really intellectually there. And I feel like Homsie, man, he's somebody that I don't know if people are aware of how intelligent that guy is. He's very, very, very intelligent, and he has the ability to go and just be able to just do what we do what he does. He could just put together crazy syllables. He's really good at rapping. Like I feel like he's very dangerous. And then Fate is just like that, but with a different style also. Like he's just more punchy and just that fool is like on the come up too. Like he's one of the best up and coming talents. I feel like Fate is. Like he's one of our most promising guys. I feel like I think
that Homsie reminds me of. I remember when Calico first came out and he first started rolling, and how the way he would speak to people, the people were enamored with. Homsie kind of reminds me of that kind of style, but with a extra added edge of like a different style of bars.
And that's another thing. He kind of got his own shit like that, Drect.
Right.
Like I fuck with it. I've always fucked with Homsie, so like I knew once we did this shit, like in some capacity he was gonna be involved, and I think he has the ability because a lot of battlers on URL or on that side, you could say, don't have the ability to expand their audience based on the style preference that they like using, or just they're not interested in it, and that's fine. But I think Homsie has the ability to actually become an international star. There's different types of hood rappers or street rappers. He's one of the dudes that he could get with you in the street, but he has the ability to be an international star too, man. So he should explore that. He shouldn't be, stuck in that same box for the rest of his life. I really believe that about him. So.
Let me say this though. I think Fate is gonna be one of those people.
He's dangerous.
They're gonna be calling for as a punchline champion. Like when they start making those new who's the best punchline rapper lists.
Yeah.
Fate's name is gonna be on that as long as he continues to get the proper exposure.
He's a real puncher.
Line for line. Oh, like when he battled Pass. Yeah.
But Fate is like Fate like is still an underdog because of popularity, I guess. He's his image or just like his face, you're just not familiar with seeing it, and it's just probably people feel like when they see him on a card, he might not be the cool thing to go for, so he's still gonna have that until he builds his like repertoire more. Yeah. But like he's in a good place because people are gonna keep putting him in that underdog position, but he's gonna keep surprising people until people like are finally like, all right, this guy is a real thing. You know what I mean? Like now we should start like being critical on him and shit like that. He's gonna get caught like slipping at some point if he doesn't like pay attention to that. But I feel like he has the ability right now to like really come from the underdog thing and really sweep the rug under people, and it's a really good chance for him to just stay humble and kill shit. You know what I mean? So and not jump in the fire real quick. You know how fools will start doing good like him, and they'll be like, "All right, man, it's time for Mook." It's like, come on, man. Like it's like you got to take it easy. You know what I mean? I feel like even Sick did that with me. Like he just had a couple of like like battles with some big people, and he felt like he should battle me right away, even though like he doesn't understand that if you slowly build it as we build it, it becomes like a bigger thing, and you become more powerful, and you just jump into it in a different way. Like fate,
Hold on, Diz, real quick. People in the chat keep saying I look high, bro. I'm not high.
Yeah,
I
you
have
look like
allergies.
you in like a sauna too, man. You
No,
hot
bro.
and high.
Listen, I'm allergic to dust and pollen, and it's pollination city outside, and I'm dying out here. But I took some Zyrtec or some shit, some Allegra or something.
That sounds
No,
like
I'm
some
not
of your
high.
problems, man.
You took some Allegra?
Yeah, Allegra. But
So,
yo,
yeah.
we
Where
have.
were we? Yeah, about
You're
fate.
talking about fate.
I was just saying, like, he has the ability right now. If he just keeps on working and he doesn't just jump the gun, he's literally gonna fucking be a star. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you have to do it. I think what I want to teach up and comers the most is you have to create classics by yourself with people that are small. So the only way you can become, it's not the only way, but it's the best way, right? To become successful as an up and comer, or if you're still in the mid tier class, is if you could bring yourself out of the mid tier class with a fucking classic match. And who did this before was Jonai. Jonai battled Danger Zone, and through that battle had me and Mook tweeting about him, and they did articles about it. I remember it. Mook and Dizaster co-signed fucking Jonai, like da 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 da. He did it without us watching him versus a Verb or somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Because battlers think that, oh, I'm gonna battle Rex or Verb or somebody, right? And now I'm on. But really, motherfucker just gets a check, walks away from you, and you really not gonna be on. You just look like you were there because of a situation that brought you there. You have to look like you got there yourself. So if you build it slowly, it won't look like it was given to you. When you make it look like it was given to you and you just get a big battle because you had an amazing battle, it kind of just takes away your power during the battle. So during the battle, people don't see you as big in your head as you see yourself.
Right.
To become that big, you have to create that fucking groundwork. And I urge every person on the come up to fucking hold the gun back, hold the trigger back from getting too excited and battling a top tier name because they feel like they're ready, or because now this is their shot. Like, that battle could actually ruin them, and then they no longer have motivation to rebuild their shit because they're going to be chasing that high. Oh, now I want to battle some other, like, I'm not going to go back. It's like now nobody wants to battle you, though, because you never built that.
Right. So, yo, let's talk about this last battle real quick, because
the last battle, Reverse Live with Don Marino.
Yo, in the words of Pariah, the circle completes, because Reverse Live started off battling you, and here he is on this card. What do you think is, when we talk about rebranding and reshaping people's careers, like, what is it that you still see in Reverse Live that you think
Reverse
he
Live
can offer today's age?
He's developed a lot. Like, first of all, since he's somebody that has the ability to still, he wasn't given, he didn't go to the top of the pinnacle, so he still could get motivated. So we haven't seen his full potential. Every battle rapper has a full potential. You have to try to explore it. You do it by just running them through the gauntlet and getting them to, like, what I did with myself. I just apply this shit. So, like,
Reverse Live done battled, and since the day he battled you, he's been very consistent. You know what I mean?
An amazing battle, me and him. Like, that shit was funny as fuck, man. What a crazy ass battle. We battled at fucking in South Central at Lamert Park. Me and Reverse Live. We battled at Project.
But to see him, he never dipped down. He never fell off. He never complained. He never cried. And to see him get another run at being a star and growing his fan base, I think that's representative of what we trying to do with this whole GTX movement. Don Marino. Why Don Marino for Reverse
Don
Live?
Marino, so Don Marino is a dude I've been talking to for like 3-4 years. We've been talking about me going to Florida, him coming over here. We've always felt like Don Marino is another dude that, like, first of all, he's Mexican. He has a fan base over here, a really huge one. He has to come and get in touch with them. We wanted to bring him here so he could get in touch with his fans. It's something that people will be proud about. You know what I mean? Like, we really believe that there's something there with that, and he fits in. Like, he has the way he, like, words his shit. He's just a really talented, entertaining, own style type of guy. He checks out all the boxes to be part of this, and the card is a Mexican themed card, obviously, too. Like, with me and Aczino being the headliners, you know what I'm saying? And Reverse Live is half Mexican.
So who wins that, Bishop?
Don Marino.
I can't lie. Don Marino got one of the hardest bars I ever heard.
Yo, he's a cold ass motherfucker, baby. Watch out for him.
Yeah, he told Chess, let me guess. You ride around with something illegal? Well, I ride around with someone illegal. That was hard. You know what I mean? It's different, man. I'll go with Reverse just to combat that pick, Bishop. So we don't agree on the past battle. We don't agree on the
Reverse. Here's the pros and cons with that. Don Marino's slower and more of a puncher, and
Reverse is fast
and doesn't have as complex, structured, thought out schemes like that. Sometimes he does. He's not like bad like that. I'm not saying he doesn't have any at all, but for the most part, he's really direct. And Reverse is a pattern rapper. You know what I mean? So we got a pattern rapper versus a puncher more than anything. But I think if they both sprinkle in a little bit of both, Reverse punches a little bit more. Don Marino shows us a bunch of multisyllabic patterns, which he has the ability to do. I can tell by how he writes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Reverse Live is going to probably get more of a. It's home base for him, right? So he's going to have an easier walk up to the ring. I think Don is he's going to want to prove something on the West Coast.
The thing I'm interested in seeing is that, like, we all know that historically Grind Time had a different type of crowd, right?
I was gonna say,
go ahead,
Bishop, because Bishop was like, he has home base. The thing is about like the West Coast crowd, the only way they'll be biased against you is it's not about where you're from. They don't give a fuck where you're from over here. They'll literally cheer somebody from out of state. It's about your style. Like if they can't relate to your style, yeah, then it's not home base anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But if they can rock with what you're saying, then they will fucking let their dude die off, bro. Cali is like the worst.
Yeah.
We are not New York. I promise you, bro. We wish we had that type of support for each other. Like, no, that's my dog. He beat you 3-0 when the dude clearly lost. We don't got that love. We don't got that die hard brother fucking hood over here. Motherfuckers who really watch you die and be like, you know, hey.
I'll be honest, Drect. I'll be honest, man. Like I think talent wise, Reverse Live is really dope. I just don't know if he's gonna say anything I fucking care about when it comes against Don Marino.
I think Don Marino has an advantage because he knows how to battle on a high level in this area, and he knows how to manipulate crowds. Mm-hmm. He knows how to land lines, and I feel like
experience for crowds. Yep.
I think he'll be able to diffuse just like rapid, multisyllabic fucking patterns. I think he'll be able to diffuse that. It'll be like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it all comes down to who has stronger content.
Right. It's a good mismatch, clash of styles or whatever.
One thing I could tell you is Don Marino's traveling from Florida, battling in the beautiful land of sunshine over here for the first time.
Yo,
I think he's very excited, and he's going to have a level of excitement coming to California to battle here on this league. Reverse Live is dealing with a lot more inspiration. Like I'm saying, Don Marino has a lot more inspiration. So Reverse Live, hopefully, since this is like his biggest battle that he's had in a while, this will inspire him too. But I know Don Marino going to have a whole different type of mission on his mind, and that could be fatal in a battle. You know what I mean? That could be enough to win a battle. He's coming over here, hopping on a plane. That boy listening to his favorite soundtracks. You know, going over the bars in his head, looking at himself in the fucking window of the plane while he's seeing the clouds go by. He's feeling it right now.
So look, right? We running up on our hour, but I want to get a couple things out first.
Yes,
man. Final words before you battle Aczino. This might be the biggest streamed and the biggest viewed battle on streaming platforms. This might be a different type of defining moment for your career, and you're pushing yourself once again to the limits to do things that a lot of your peers aren't going to jump out the window and do. It's monumental for hip hop. So,
Right.
what's just last words before you start?
My last words for this is, to be honest with you, I it's been a long fucking journey, like getting over here, and I appreciate like the love more than anyone understands. I probably don't say it enough. I'm feeling some crazy nostalgic thing, and to me, I'm just grateful to be part of this, and I wish my opponent the best of luck, to be honest with you. I hope he fucking kills it, because what I want this to be is the most energetic, positive, crazy, fucking content-rich battle that the world has ever seen, and I believe we have a big chance to do that, and I'm really excited about it, man. So,
word. Yeah, I'm happy.
That's pretty much what it is, man. Hit that gtxbattles.com link, man. You already know, man. Go ahead and copy your pay-per-view.
gtxbattles.com. I'm hyped to see this shit. Yo, Bishop, question for me and you. Junior, he says, Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. Who gets it? Me and Bishop talk a little boxing on here. He's the pro though.
I'm really not feeling these people. Shakur, I'm not feeling these people. Listen, take that off there for a second. Let me explain. let me explain something. Let me explain something to the mucktards that want to pull up and talk dumb shit. All right, do your homework. Do your homework. If you don't know, find out, and then when you realize that all this, you sounded like an owl type shit. Ooh, 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 ooh. When you figure it out, shut up, man. When you figure it out,
who are you arguing with?
Buy the fucking pay-per-view, man. GTXbattles.com. Buy the pay-per-view and thank me later.
Yo, Bishop right? don't have no tolerance for people saying
thank me later, all right? Because when you figure it out,
you try to derail the combo.
But yeah, Shakur Stevenson.
Bishop snapped on him.
All right, yo, Bishop. Dizaster versus Aczino. Who you got?
Aczino 3-0.
Oh my God, I'm gonna raise you, bro. Put 100 ins.
Bro, you kidding me? Listen. Let me be real. Let me be real. Let me be real. You know what?
Wait,
hold on.
What?
Hold on a second.
Oh, here you go, bro.
I was in his corner when he battled No Can Do. I've seen him battle some of the illest killers that you could put in front of him. And I will tell you, I shared a room with him at Grizzlemania 2 for the entire weekend. He is an absolute nut bar. He is insane. Everything you hear about him is true. He's fucking crazy, okay? So, with that being said, although I love all the international people that you keep bringing to the culture or bringing to this side of the culture, I feel bad for y'all. You're battling a guy who fucking literally doesn't have blood in his system. It's all darkness, madness, angst, and fucking anxiety when it comes to destroying whoever is in front of him. So therefore, I will say that this is going to be the longest night for Aczino, and I salute him for jumping in the ring with all the terms and conditions that they've agreed upon. But I have seen somebody cut Dizaster's skin and nothing came out but steam and smoke. I've seen it. So be forewarned. Listen, don't play with Dizaster, bro. Revert back to his first round versus Cannabis. Listen, I've seen this guy scrape, scratch, and fight his way through hell. Not out of it, through it, just to find his throne, which you could find that I might post on Twitter in the next 15 minutes. I'm giving all my flowers in the flower section to Dizaster. Again, shifting the culture with fucking innovative, creative, and never been done before movements in battle rap. And again, this weekend, GTXbattles.com. He continues to trailblaze the culture. Thank you, Diz. Good luck this weekend to
I
Aczino.
appreciate you, man. That
Get
was awesome.
around.
Thank you, man.
Real
I
quick.
appreciate you for that.
And that's how that's how I really feel.
I just came up on some flowers.
Yo, real quick before we go, that was beautiful, Bishop.
Thank you, man.
But I got 2 words. Megan, good.
All right, man. I'll see you guys later, man. It's the end of the show.
Yo, shout out to my brother Shao. Happy birthday, Cuzzo. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Aczino, GTX.
Shout out to Dizaster for being here with us again. Again, good luck this weekend with the entire event. Shout out to Lush One. Shout out to my code. Listen, my name is Bishop Brigante. Please go to the ends.ca, cop you something. Go check out the No Jumper, the top tier, or is it God tier? Sorry, God tier podcast with Dizaster and Lush One. They have incredible content there. I No Jumper
podcast too.
Yeah, and everybody that was here with us, thank you for being here with us. This is organized culture, and we're just organizing the culture one episode at a time.
Yo, after this event, you're going to owe me like 50 ends, t-shirts, and hoodies.
You know what it is.
All my shit's to say Drect right here, too.